coming to you from Fred Hunt Press Box, high above Sean Gillian Field at Northwest High School. And Ben, what will you be watching for in this SWOC matchup?
Hoping for a good game today. Harrison comes to this game 6-3, 2-0 in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Usually coming off a win, a loss against Bishop Watterson, 28-13. Northwest coming to this game 1-8, 0-2 in Southwest Ohio. Coming off a loss against St. Francis de Sales High School, 28.
Season. Harrison, on the other hand, they are currently sitting as a 6th seed in Division II, Region 8, and they would have a home game against number 11 Sydney next week if it holds the way it is now. As you get a look there at Harrison as they took the field. A couple stat leaders for you. For Northwest, the passing leader is Jordan Bailey. He's 41 of 90 for 467 yards, 6 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And they are led in the backfield by Kingston Hill, 147 carries for over 1,000 yards, the only 1,000-yard rusher in the SWOC. He's also got 9 touchdowns. Over on the other side of the field, we have the Harrison Wildcats. They're led by quarterback Dickie Engel, 78 of 141 for 1,263 yards. That's good for number 2 in the SWAC. Has 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. We also have Cole Coops, the running back for the Wildcats, has 903 yards. That's good for number 2 behind Kingston Hill with 11 touchdowns of his own. And we're going to be looking for Luke Rogers, going to be the leading receiver for Harrison, 41 catches for 720 yards and 10 touchdowns.
All right, I got to go because here comes the football team.
As you get a look there, as Northwest getting ready to take the field here with a little over a minute until kickoff. Very cold and chilly night here at Northwest High School. A little bit of rain starting to come down. Don't know about you, Ben. I'm kind of regretting not wearing a heavier jacket tonight.
Yeah, I'm wearing a pullover today. Hopefully I don't get chilly.
Yeah, I just have a light pullover on myself, and I'm a little cold sitting by this door, but we shall see.
And now
here come the Northwest Knights.
Coached by Northwest Zone, once a night, always a night, Brendan Show.
The Knights are also taking the field with the help of some of their classmates. We saw pregame Harrison won the toss but deferred to the second half, so Northwest will be getting the ball to start this game. It's finally starting to look like fall out here. Everybody's all bundled up. The leaves were a nice array of colors before the sun started to go down. About time. We're still having 80s in the last couple of weeks of the season, but we finally have ourselves a cold October night. All right, both teams taking the field. Back deep for the Knights, we have number 1, Heisey Kelly, it looks like. And number 9, Michael O'Q. I apologize in advance if I get any of these names wrong. And teeing it up for the Wildcats is going to be number 19, Landon Anderson. All teed up at the 40-yard line. Wildcats in the white on the left of your screen. Northwest in the blue on the right. And week 10 is underway with a short kick going to be fielded at about the 15. He finally picks it up. And Kelly going to be wrestled down right about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over. So decent little return there, maybe about 15 yards on the return.
With the ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
So the Knights are going to be led onto the field by number 11, Jordan Bailey at quarterback, as we touched on briefly earlier in the season, or the broadcast rather. He's got Kingston Hill behind him. The Knights are a very run-heavy offense, so you'll be seeing a lot of Kingston Hill tonight wearing blue. And in motion. First play, give to Hill up the middle, and he's going nowhere. Met by a wall of Wildcats, and that'll bring up second down.
Keaton Hill had nowhere to go on that run right there.
Yeah, offensive line didn't get a whole lot of a push there, but they're going to give him about a yard or two, so it'll bring up second and long. Man in motion. Drops back, going to throw one short, and that's going to fall incomplete. Third down. And Bailey's a little slow to get up, but now he hops up. The pressure was coming there, and Bailey just had to dump that one off and live to fight another down. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 at the 35-yard line of the Knights. And Ben, one thing I'm noticing immediately, the difference in the size of the teams. Harrison's got the entire sideline taken up over there. They got a lot of kids.
Yes, they do.
So here we go, 3rd and 8. Hill goes in motion. Bailey dumps it off to it. Oh, big hit!
What a hit!
And Hill can't hang on to the ball. And can you blame him? He took a shot on that one. They're going to call that an incomplete pass, and that's going to be 4th down. Take another look at that.
Let's see the replay before the catch. Right when he got possession, he got hit by number 20, Striker Riverman, with a big hit, which put them 4th down, and Harrison will get possession.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can say about that one other than wow. Gets the punt away. We have one of the 2 number 0s for Harrison going to let that one keep rolling, and down at about the 15-yard line. An outstanding punt by E.J. Walker. The big fella put the boot to it. So that'll bring out the Wildcat offense led by number 4, Dickie Engel. We saw Engel warming up before the game. This kid has got a cannon on him. As evidenced by the fact he's number 2 in the Southwest Ohio Conference in passing yards. So this Harrison O-line's got some big dudes on it as well. The left side particularly, he's got some big guys. Wildcat's going to shift. Hands it off to the outside. Brought down by a couple of blue jerseys. That was number 3, Cole Coops on the carry. They're going to give him 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
He got 2 blockers, but only gained 2 yards on that run.
As we mentioned earlier, a very dangerous backfield for Harrison between Coops and Engel. So 2nd and a long 8. Give to Coops again up the middle. He's going to be brought down about the 23-yard line. That'll bring up third and about 3 or 2.
Cole Coops with 2 rushes and 2 great runs to start off his night.
Yeah, Harrison with that big offensive line, they are going to be able to run the ball. A little bit of a size advantage up front for the Wildcats. They got some bigger dudes than Northwest has. Man goes in motion. Engel going to keep it himself. He's got a first down. He's going to be wrestled down just shy of the 30. First down, Harrison.
Harrison's QB runs the option and gets about enough yards for a first down.
Yeah, Engel is a dual threat quarterback. Number 2 in the conference in passing yards, but he's also got his fair share of rushing yards and touchdowns. Play action, he's looking deep, and that ball's going to be deflected. Throws into double coverage, and he got lucky there that wasn't picked.
Very lucky. The Eagle pursued number 1, Donovan McCain, with a very contested 2 linebackers for Northwest, and very lucky not to be picked off.
Yeah, also looking at that replay, he's lucky he's getting up because he got hit in the side of the knees. He let go of that thing, but he just appears to be all right. So here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Engel hands off to Coops. Coops has got a little bit of a seam, making guys miss. Takes it just past the 35, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Another great run by the running back. Cole Coops makes it 3rd and short.
So here we go, 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. They got the first down via the run last time. Let's see what they do here. They give to Coops again. It's going to be very close. Coops actually going to keep pushing. He's going to get the first down, still on his feet, finally brought down, but not before a Harrison first down.
Cole Coops looks very short on that run, but thanks to his offensive line, he pushes him for a first down and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, you saw, I believe that's number 62 came in there for Harrison. That's Jacob Deerwester came in there, did a nice job to push that pile forward for the first down. As a former O-lineman, gotta love to see the big boys doing their job and helping out. And we're going to have a flag on the play as Northwest is going to give them 5 free yards on the encroachment.
Deshaun Wynn, the full safety will be called for offsides.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 5 now for the Wildcats. And we have a big-time turnout for Harrison here. We're right behind the Harrison fans, and there's a lot of them. Made that long trip over from the Indiana border. So here we go, 1st and 5 now. Play action, looking to the outside, right through the hands and falls incomplete. Sam Markarian can't hang on to that one. Second and 5 now. Ball at the Harrison 48. Northwest shows blitz. Here it comes. Engel throws to the outside. He's got a first down. He's going to be wrestled out of bounds inside Northwest territory. First down, Harrison.
Great pass by Dickie Engel and finds number 1, Donovan McCain, this time for a first down.
Yeah, that didn't look like it was a check down at all. Looked like that's who he was going to all the way. Got him to the sticks, and then the speed got him a little more. So 1st and 10 now from the Northwest 44. Engel drops back. Looking to the sideline, underthrows him, and it's behind him. Incomplete, 2nd down. Looks like he was looking for Luke Rogers on the throw there. Judging by this first drive for both teams, I feel like we're going to see a lot of shotgun formation from both sides. Engel drops back, flushed out of the pocket. He steps up. He's going to tuck it. And he somehow is going to get himself a yard or two, and that'll bring up third down. That's why it pays off to have an elusive quarterback like that.
3rd and 8 for Harrison.
Did a nice job there. Northwest defense did a nice job flushing him, but Engel able to pick himself up a yard or two, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Northwest shows blitz. Looks like Harrison might be changing the play up here with an audible. Engel shifting tight ends around. They saw the blitz and they shifted to it, and we have a flag on the play. And we have delay of game against Harrison.
It has to be a timeout as well.
Timeout, Harrison.
So Harrison does the smart thing there and burns a timeout instead of taking the 5-yard penalty. So with 7:01 to go in quarter number 1, we are still scoreless. Both teams have one drive so far. Harrison's still on theirs. Got to wonder with it being so cold out here tonight. Got a decent breeze looking at the flag in the back of the end zone. Will the wind and the cold wreak any kind of havoc in this one? So here we go, back underway. 3rd and 8 from the 42-yard line of the Knights. Engel drops back, looks to the middle of the field. He's got Rogers. Rogers has a first down and a lot more. And he is going to take that one to the blue end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
What a great play call for Harrison and gets them the first touchdown of the game.
Engel showing off right there why he's one of the passing leaders in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Finds Rogers cutting across the field, hits him right in stride, and it's all on Rogers to just outrun the defense, and he does it. Made it look pretty easy. Wildcats on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So with 6:53 to go in quarter number 1, Harrison 7, your Northwest Knights 0.
I think on the play call, out of the shotgun, Dickie Engel gives to the receiver, Luke Rogers, and Northwest misses a tackle there, and then he's just into the end zone for a Harrison touchdown and makes it 7-0 for the Harrison Wildcats.
Yeah, nothing real crazy on that play call, just a little crossing route or a little slant there. Not a whole lot in the way of crazy routes, but Rogers ran it very effectively, and Engel put the ball on him. So Anderson out to kick the ball away again for the Wildcats. Kelly and LeCue back deep for the Knights. Anderson squibs that one, going to be picked up. No, still on the field. Northwest just going to fall on it right about the 21 or 22-yard line. So that's where Bailey and the offense will take over here on drive number 2 for the Knights.
Caleb Jones probably did the right thing there. If he probably got up on the ball and gone at his feet, he probably would have fumbled it. So probably the smart decision laying on the ground and just recovered the football.
Yeah, Ben, I agree with you on that one. If you fumble it once, okay, maybe you pick it up and try to run it, but if you bobble it a couple times, just fall on it at that point because nothing good can happen after that. Looks like we have a new quarterback into the game for the Knights. That's number 9, Michael LeCue. Give to Hill, and he is going backwards. And the Harrison defense got all kinds of penetration on that play. That's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4.
Loss of 2 on 3 on the play. Ball is spotted being 19, second and 13.
Great play call by Harrison. Plays the edge, and number...
Oh, that actually wasn't Hill that had the ball. That was my mistake.
Couldn't see the number for Harrison, but great play call design. Play the edge and stop Northwest and give them a 5-yard loss, which puts them at the 10-yard line. My mistake, the 18-yard line.
So Hill going to keep this one himself. He's trying to get around the corner. He's going to be wrestled down out of bounds, and that is going to draw the 15-yarder for the late hit out of bounds. So Northwest going to break into a automatic first down.
That looks like a pretty weak call to me, but not my choice. I can see anything there.
Yeah, it's one of those. I know you're supposed to let them go once they get out of bounds, but when you're already falling to the ground like that, it's kind of hard to tell yourself to let go of them as you're falling down. So I can kind of see from the Harrison perspective why that's kind of a tough call for the official to make. But if you're Northwest, you like it, you get the automatic first down. You now have the ball at your own 38 or 39.
39-yard line, first and 10, Northwest.
So it looks like LeCue and Hill are in the backfield together again. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hill going to run the Wildcat, keeps it himself, and he gets swarmed by Wildcats. Looks like they'll give him about 2 yards, and that'll bring up second and 8 for the Knights.
Ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line.
Clock running, under 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Man in motion. Hill loses the ball. And it looks like Northwest is able to fall on it. One of the offensive linemen able to fall on that.
Northwest gets a big break there and makes it 3rd and long. Could have been worse, and Harrison would have had good field position and tried to extend their lead.
Yeah, the freshman offensive lineman there, number 58, Austin Ashurst, is able to fall on it for the Knights. Looks like a miscommunication on the handoff. Looks like Hill tried to pull it and LeCue wanted it, and it ended up with the ball on the ground. So that's going to lose them a couple, and that'll bring up 3rd and 12. And the QB draw is going to net a loss on that play. Hill gets gobbled up in the backfield, and they're going to bring on E.J. Walker to punt the ball away again.
Carson Jones was not fooled on that one. Northwest went the option, but Carson Jones beats up with the quarterback and tackles him for a loss, and it's 4th down, and Northwest second drive also will result in a punt. It will put them in good field position.
And good discipline up front by the Harrison defense. They read that that was going to be a run the whole way, and they stopped and waited for it, and they didn't over-pursue. Punt almost gets blocked, but Walker puts the boot to it. Fielded at the 30-yard line. He's got some room to the sideline. Takes on the defender, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right about the 48 or 49-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Wildcats.
Donovan McCain on the return out to the just short of the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Harrison. COP-FCU is the official credit union of the Northwest Local School District and a proud supporter of Northwest.
As you see on the replay, number 44, Joshua Dixon did the right thing by lowering his shoulder and not put his helmet to helmet, resulting in a 15-yard penalty. So good feed by number 44 from Northwest, lowering the shoulder.
with access to free checking.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line, and Harrison going under center for the first time tonight. Hands it off to Coop. He's got a block downfield. He gets by, breaks through another tackle. He's down the sideline. It's a foot race. He is in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And another touchdown for Harrison.
Cole Coops looked more like a Corvette running that ball than a Mini Coupe. The one-play quick hitter, 52-yard touchdown run, and it's quickly a 2-score lead for the Wildcats. Kick is up, and it is buried through the uprights. So with 3:42 to go in quarter number 1, Wildcats take a 14-0 lead over the Northwest Knights.
One halfback toss, number 3.
Good blocks.
Cole Coop gets another touchdown for the season, and it makes it 14-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, and you had 2 good blocks downfield as you take another look at this. Watch number 60 for Harrison right here. Watch this. Boom. There's the block. Might have had a little bit of a jersey grab there, but nothing too much to notice. I always got to give the O-lineman shout-outs. Keelan DeLeo. I apologize if I got that name wrong, but great block downfield by the offensive lineman. Then downfield you had Luke Rogers. Got him into the end zone. Harrison showing why they are currently hosting a playoff game next week the way things stand right now. Anderson has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And he's going to squib that one again. Fielded cleanly at about the 22, 23-yard line. He's got a little bit of a seam trying to get to the outside. We have a flag away from the play. Possibly a hold or a block in the back, likely going to be on Northwest. Nice little return there by number 16, Caleb Jones.
It's to be a hold on Northwest.
That's right, one Northwest student's going to have the opportunity to win some cold, hard.
And the ball will be put at
courtesy of COP FCU. That was a holding penalty on the Knights, and we're back up 10 yards, and it'll be.
We'll put him at the 20.
10.
I'm going to guess, based on where they threw that, they're going to get Carson Curry for that one, number 2, since that's where the flag landed, right by his block. So instead of the 30-yard line where the penalty happened, we'll be starting at the 20. Well, it wasn't the 30-yard line where they would have gotten the ball, but that's where the penalty was. Pitches it out and gets buried right about the 15-yard line. Loss of about 4 or 5 on that one. They're going to say loss of 3, actually. Michael LeCue got stood up and dropped in the backfield.
Tackle for loss.
Looks like a little friendly fire there on the outside, too. He ran into Caleb Jones.
Second and 14 for your Knights.
So a loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13. Hill going to keep it himself. He gets gobbled up at the 15-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Second time Northwest has run the option, and the same result has happened. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle for loss.
Yeah, but Ben, this is the downside of when you have your starting quarterback on the bench right now. It's kind of obvious what you're doing when you have the league leading rusher in the backfield playing quarterback. Chances are he's going to be handing it off or taking it himself. So you can start loading up the box a little bit. Makes it that much easier if you're Harrison's defense to try to know what the play is coming. So 3rd and 13. Hill going to try to dump off a screen pass. It's incomplete, but we do have flags on the play. As Hill got dropped after he let go of the ball.
And looks to be a personal foul, roughing the passer on Harrison, and will be another first down for Northwest. Both first downs coming from personal foul penalties.
Penalties against Harrison, that is roughing the passer.
Yeah, so Harrison had a 3 and out, but the late hit on the quarterback's going to give Northwest a first down and bail him out a little bit.
With the ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
So that's going to move the ball up to the Northwest 31, and that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Knights, 1st and 10.
Harrison will be playing the edge and looks to have jumped off sides, and that's another penalty on Harrison.
So back-to-back mental errors for Harrison is going to give another 5 yards to the Knights, and that'll be 1st and 5. Very unusual formation that Northwest lined up in, 4 receivers to one side. Kind of a diamond look over here, and they're going to go right back to it. So Kingston Hill all by himself in the backfield. He's going to keep it. He gets absolutely gobbled up in the backfield, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Tackle for loss.
Harrison is really missing their starting QB, which only means their backup, the running back, won't give him running yards. Another option, and it's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
So Northwest again going to go to that diamond formation almost. Gives it to Kelly on the end around. Kelly's got a little bit of a hole. He's going to be dropped just outside the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it about the 36 or 37. That'll bring up 3rd down.
About the 37-yard line. Going to make it 3rd and 4.
They run the jet sweep. Number 1, Hezzy Kelly runs and gets about 3 yards and will result on another Northwest punt. Or it looks like they go for it.
So they run the 4 receivers to the far side now. Hill gets the play, empty backfield. Hill gonna throw, gets blasted as he throws. And another first down upcoming via the flag as we have pass interference coming up against Harrison.
Number 2, Hank.
Pass interference against the Wildcats. That'll be first down.
And if you can hear the crowd behind us here, we're on the Harrison side. They do not like that call. Ball might have been uncatchable in all honesty. That looked like that was pretty far out of bounds, but nonetheless, that'll give Northwest another fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the Harrison 48. So their first time on the other side of the field tonight.
Harrison has now had 40 penalty yards defensively and will put Northwest past midfield at the 47-yard line.
So, Ben, let's see if Northwest can capitalize since Harrison keeps bailing him out. 1st and 10. Man in motion. And he's tripped up by the turf monster in the backfield after breaking a tackle. That was Caleb Jones. That's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Caleb Jones running the jet sweep. Has enough space, but gets tripped up and will lose 5 yards and will be 2nd and long, which will put him behind midfield at the opposite 47-yard line.
Yeah, so just as soon as the Knights crossed midfield, they go right back across to their own side of the field. 2nd and 15 from their own 47. Clock running under 20 seconds to go in the first. Hill going to keep it himself. And he gets back across midfield, but that's going to bring up 3rd down. And that will likely do it, and it will for the first quarter. So after 12 minutes of play, the Harrison Wildcats 14, your Northwest Knights 0. So, Ben, a little bit of a rough first 12 minutes for Northwest. What's something you'd like to see happen differently here in the second quarter of play?
Hopefully Harrison limits the penalties because mostly defensively with non-penalties. They have put Northwest behind the line of scrimmage, and if you're Northwest offense, you want to get up the field, march down the field, I should say, get points on the board. Because Harrison offense has 2 drives and has not been stopped. So Northwest wants to stay in the game. They need to get stops and will need to put points on the board. They want to keep the playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, Ben, I agree with you on that one. I'm sure they're preaching on the sideline right now at Northwest. Guys, we got to stop them. We can't keep giving up points if we're struggling to score them ourselves. Offensively, this is the best chance they've had all game at this point. They're on Harrison's side of the field, albeit only 1 yard into enemy territory, but they got 3rd and 11 coming up as we're going to start quarter number 2. Kingston Hill all by himself in the backfield again for the Knights. 4 guys to the near side. Man in motion. Hill going to keep it himself. We have a flag. Hill breaks through. He's got a first down and more. Breaks another tackle, bumped out of bounds, and does a face plant on the sideline. But we do have a flag, and it looks like we have an illegal formation or illegal procedure.
And it's to be coming back. The best run carry will be coming back for Northwest.
And we do have an illegal procedure against Northwest, so the long run by Hill is not going to count. And that's going to be 3rd and 16 now.
Northwest lost a big momentum shifter right there. We'll put him behind midfield at 46-yard line.
An impressive run by Hill nonetheless. Unfortunately not going to count, but still nice to put on a highlight tape if you ever wanted to.
Remember to visit copfcu.com for all your banking needs.
It will be 3rd and 16.
3rd and about 15 for your Knights.
So here we go, Hill in the pistol. Gets a man to jump, but he stays on side. He's got LeCue behind him. 3rd and 16. Hill going to pitch it out to LeCue. LeCue going to be met by a whole crew of Wildcats, and he goes backwards, and that's going to bring up 4th and long for Northwest. And likely another punt upcoming for the Knights.
Harrison gets a pass interference and arresting the passer on that drive, but their defense still holds Northwest on that drive. And 3 drive, 3 punt for the Knights.
So not a recipe for success right now if you're Northwest. You can't keep giving up points and not scoring them yourself. But E.J. Walker on to punt it away, and he's done a good job flipping field position so far. High snap brings it down. End over end punt. Takes a high bounce, going to be fielded at about the 29-yard line. He's got a head of steam down the sideline. He's got room, and he is going to take this one all the way to the crib. Touchdown, Harrison.
What a run by number 10, Jackson Williams. And it is now 20-0, awaiting the extra point to make it a 21-0 ball game.
So nothing really going right now if you're Northwest. We take another look. Great job by Donovan McCain fielding that on the bounce, and he's got a convoy of white jerseys right down the sideline, and at this point it's just a foot race. He's not a doctor, but he just made a house call, folks. Harrison runs another player out there late. Anderson on for the extra point. 2 for 2 so far on the night. High snap is corralled, and he boots it right through. So with 10:27 to go in quarter number 2, Harrison 21, Northwest 0.
For Harrison, this is the start you wanted from the start.
Yeah, if you're Harrison, this has been a beautiful start to the game for you. If you're Northwest, this is something out of a nightmare.
And helping all of our student organization.
No pun intended, since that is the entrance to the stadium.
A reminder, state law prohibits smoking inside any school building or private spectators from using or possessing tobacco products.
So Northwest needs a big-time momentum-shifting play, and they need one in a hurry. Down 3 scores, barely into the second quarter. They got to get something going in their favor, and they got to get it now.
We appreciate your efforts in complying with Ohio law, Section 3313.
Anderson tees the ball up again at the 40-yard line. Kelly and LeCue back deep for the Knights. Another Knight runs on at the last second. Does Anderson go for another squib kick? No, he's going to pop that one up. Caught it about the 40, and he's just going to fall on it. So Northwest with pretty decent field position. Nice job by Caleb Curry to catch that one and just fall on it. So decent field position to start this drive for Northwest. They just got to get some kind of momentum going.
If you're Northwest, this is a must-score drive right here.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. You can't keep coming up empty when Harrison's scoring at will right now. You got to stop that bleeding somehow.
Go to novacare.com to find a location near you today.
So Hill alone in the backfield for the Knights, 4 guys to the near side. Keeps it himself, runs into a wall of Wildcats and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up second down.
Will Ferris on the carry. Oh, my mistake, that's the Harrison roster. Kingston Hill will gain no yards, but will be at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, 10 to go from the 40. Jones in motion. Wide pitch, ball's on the ground. Scrum for the ball on the sideline. Harrison saying they've got it. Waiting for the official signal.
And looks to be Harrison possession.
Harrison does in fact have the ball. Looked like it was a little bit of a low pitch, but Jones not able to corral it. He bobbles it right into a whole host of white jerseys.
Number 20, striker Riverman gets the recover.
I kind of love the title belt celebration there on the defense, because you have like the big WWE title belts in high school or in college in the NFL, but it's high school, so it's more like the old smaller boxing belts. It's kind of funny. Oh, leads him a step too far, and that's going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up second down. As Engel had time to throw, but led his man a step too far.
Mason Richardson was slightly overthrown, proved in stride, but Richardson could not corral possession and result in second and 10.
Engel hands it off to Coops. Coops gains a couple, and that'll bring up third down. Actually, that was not Coops. I'm sorry. That was number 8, Preston Flick. 3s and 8s kind of look similar from this distance.
Look, that jumped off sides.
Northwest going to give them free 5 yards. Anytime you make contact, that's an automatic offsides penalty. So 3rd and 2 upcoming now after the 5-yard penalty. Engel in the shotgun, 3rd and 2. There's a little bit of a screen. He's got Rogers. Rogers making guys miss. Gets to the sideline. He's going to be bumped out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. And that'll be another Wildcat first down. Just a simple tunnel screen, and Harrison gets a big gain.
10-yard line. First and goal for Harrison.
So first and goal to go for the Wildcats, under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Engel goes under center. Sweep out. He's going to be dropped at about the 5-yard line. That was Preston Flick on the carry.
Preston Flick on the carry, tripped up by Sean Perry.
Got caught in between Flick and Sweep, and it came out slip.
After gain of 3.
Took a big pop, but he fell forward. Wildcats back to the shotgun. Play action pass. Engel throws, takes a big hit, holds on. That'll bring up third down.
If you're Northwest, you're hoping you can get the fourth down and bring out the field goal team. It still will be points, but it's better than giving up another touchdown.
That is very true, Ben. Will be interesting to see if they hold him to a fourth down. Does Harrison bring out the field goal team, since it'll be at an odd angle if they stay on this hash, or do they go for it since they're inside the 5? Third and goal from the 4. Wildcats in the pistol. Give to Flick. Flick up the middle. He dives head first into a night knee. And he is in for another Wildcat touchdown. Fortunately, he's able to hop right up because he went head first into a night knee. It's always scary with head and neck injuries, but he appears to be just fine. I'm sure it feels a little better when you just got 6 points on the board. Anderson on for another extra point. Kick is on its way, and it is right down the middle. So with 7:42 to go in quarter number 2. It's been all Wildcats so far in this one. They lead the Knights 28-0. Anybody who doesn't like Notre Dame's fight song is probably going to want to tune out, since that is pretty much what Harrison's fight song is Notre Dame. I'm just noticing that in my headset. It's kind of like a rivalry game, or a Big Ten rivalry game. You got Notre Dame, even though I know they're not in the Big Ten, but you got Notre Dame's fight song with Harrison, and you got Northwest with the Michigan fight song.
If you're ready for better ranking, visit copfcu.com today.
So Anderson will tee the ball up yet again for the Wildcats. Q and Kelly back deep for the Knights again. Kicks that one away, going to be fielded at the 11. LeCue dancing around to the middle, going to be dropped at about the 30 or 31-yard line, and LeCue slow to get up for the Knights.
That'll be first and 10 for your Knights. Reminder, we have a special fundraiser going on tonight. Stop by the sublimation station located outside the courtyard. They are making
Fortunately, he seems to be just fine. He hopped up.
They are priced at only $20 for a 20.
Will have to come out for a play, though, since the trainers had to come out.
On this opportunity to get some early Christmas shopping done. This is a fundraiser which will help.
Knights can't afford to keep losing offensive players. Jordan Bailey's still on the sideline on the bench after getting hurt on the first drive, so your starting quarterback's already out. Now you got one of your starting receivers / running backs has just got dinged up. So here we go, first and 10, ball at the Northwest 31. Hill gives to Jones off the outside. And Jones is going to be dropped behind the 30-yard line. That's going to be a loss of a couple. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 11, ball spotted right at the 30, correction. Second and 12, ball spotted at the 29.
So they're going to give it a 2nd and 12 now for Northwest. Hill and Jones in the backfield for the Knights. Hill going to keep it himself, tries to bounce it outside. He's got a little bit of a hole. Gets up maybe to a little beyond the original line of scrimmage, but that'll bring up 3rd down.
33, possibly 34. We'll call it the 34. 3rd and 7 for your Knights.
So 3rd and 7, the official down and distance for this one. Knights still trying to get their play. Hill going to keep it himself. He's going to dump it off right into the open hands of a Harrison defender. He's going to be dropped inside the 5-yard line. Picked off by number 16, Wyatt.
And a flag will be called right at the 1-yard line.
Good eyes, Ben. I didn't see the flag. That was a gift of an interception if you're Wyatt Brock.
That's like conduct.
Yeah, when he got up, he kind of taunted the Northwest player with the ball.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's kind of frowned upon when you get up and shove the ball in the player's face. So the interception is going to give the ball back to the Wildcats, but the 15-yard penalty after the play is going to move the ball back to about the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Northwest 17 coming up for the Wildcats. Engel and Coops in the backfield. Engel going to drop back, looks to the sideline. He's got his man. He's going to be, he's stepped out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Right around the 10-yard line.
Good eyes by the official there. He was right on that one on the sideline.
Correction 2.
So 2nd and 2 coming up for the Wildcats. Ball at the 10-yard line. Engel gives to Coops. Coops is going to squirt through for the 1st down, and that'll bring up 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
On the carry, it's down about the 5-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down. It will be 1st and goal for Harrison.
So 1st and goal for the Wildcats, ball at the Northwest 5-yard line. Interesting formation for the Wildcats. Engel going to throws it behind his receiver, and it'll hit the ground harmlessly, incomplete, and that is going to bring up 2nd down. Looked like Harrison tried to break out a little bit of a new formation to this game. Try to catch Northwest napping. 2nd and goal for the Wildcats, back to their normal shotgun with a running back. Give to Coops. Coops has got a hole. He's dragging defenders. And he is going to be marked just short of the end zone. Both officials are right there to mark him down at the 1. Harrison crowd wanted the touchdown, but they're going to mark him short.
Number 3 for Northwest, B.J. White with the touchdown saving tackle to make it 3rd and goal at the goal line.
Yeah, and Ben, we had a really good angle there on our camera shot. He did bounce into the end zone, so good call by the officials. 3rd and goal from inside the 1. Engel going to drop back. He throws to the corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Wildcats. Luke Rogers, his 2nd touchdown catch of the first half. Fancy footwork to tap the toes, and he gets himself in for 6 more.
And we will have a running clock for the rest of the first half, and possibly the rest of the game if Northwest fails to score in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know when that actually kicks in. I don't know if they do running clock in the first half.
If the score is over 30 points, it will be a running clock. On for the extra point again. And he boots through another one. So with 4:31 to go in the first half, Harrison all over the Knights, 35-0. Get another look there. A nice catch and a toe tap by Luke Rogers. Got good separation, and Engel led him right where only he was going to catch that.
Mind coming up at halftime? We'll have performance by your marching Knights. Their last moments here on their home field. You can see them.
Anderson tees the ball up again. Kelly and LeCue back deep once again for the Knights. Bit of a pooch kick, going to be fielded about the 33-yard line. He got drilled.
Well, it's fair caught at the 32-yard line.
Looked like we had a little bit of a miscommunication. Northwest said now they're going to throw the flag. Northwest had the fair catch, and he got hit after the fair catch was called. So we have kick catch interference against Harrison.
Fair catch interference called against Harrison.
So Northwest going to get good field position to start this drive after the penalty. Looks like they are going to start at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10 with a little under 4.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. So good news for the Knights. LeCue back into the game after getting dinged up on the previous drive. Hand off to LeCue. Squirts through a seam, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage. If that, he gets driven deep back into the backfield, but the forward progress is going to give him back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
By Joe Banks. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 for your Knights.
So the Knights still taking their time getting the play. 2nd and 9 coming up. Clock is rolling, 3:43 to go in the first half. Hill going to keep it himself. He gets driven backwards by a whole den of Wildcats. That'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like they're going to say he lost 2 on the play. Well, no, maybe it looks more like 3. Looks like 3rd and a long 11 coming up. So 3rd and 11 for the Knights. Give to Jones. Jones trying to get off the edge. And he gets driven to the ground in the backfield, and that's going to be another 3 and out for the Knights.
Harrison has been giving Northwest personal foul 15-yard penalties, but Northwest has failed to take advantage of them. And the punting unit will come out for Northwest once again.
Yeah, Ben, this is the problem Northwest has been running into. The offense has been very predictable since Jordan Bailey's been on the bench. It's become very predictable, and they're loading that box up. They only put 1 safety back. They're not even respecting the pass right now. As E.J. Walker's on to punt that one away. A nice kick. Fielded at about the 34. He's going to be wrestled down just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll be another 1st down for the Harrison Wildcats.
1st and 10 for Harrison.
McCain tried to do the same thing he did on the previous return where he took one to the house. Only able to get about 10-15 on that return. So just over 2 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Harrison rather will have a shot at more points, and they will get the ball to start the second half. And we have a timeout called, I believe. And we do. We have a timeout called by Northwest with 2:09 to go in half number 1. All Harrison, 35-0 Wildcats.
COPFCU is the official credit union of Northwest Local School District and a proud supporter of Northwest High School athletics. COPFCU is required for better banking products like free checking, low-rate credit cards, and car loans. You gotta make your family deal on
Defense is going to need a stop here in the worst way possible going into half. You don't want to let Harrison double dip on you. Come away with points in the next 2 minutes, and then they get the ball right back to start the second half. If you want to have any chance of getting back in this game, you can't afford to have a double dip here. So 1st and 10. Engel drops back. He's got time, throws over the middle, and a sliding catch by number 42, Kyle Hayter. No hating on that play. All respect on the sliding catch.
Great pass by number 4.
Correction, 23.
Dickie Engel hits number 42. Kyle Hayter in stride and puts him at the 23-yard line and has a chance to extend their lead before the half.
Yeah, Ben, you said it right there. A chance to extend the lead, and we've got a pretty decent rain coming down now, I just noticed. Gives to Coops up the middle. Coops makes a man miss. Hits him with the spin move. Going to be tackled from behind inside the 10-yard line for another Harrison 1st down. I'd love to see the instant replay on that. That was an impressive run by Cole Coops. Hit him with the juke and then turn the circle button for the spin move. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 8. Give to Coops again up the middle. And Coops is going to be brought down just shy of the goal line. That'll be 2nd and goal.
And about the 2, where it'll be 2nd and goal for Harrison.
Yeah.
It's a nice job up front by the big offensive line of Harrison. They got a big hole opened up, but a nice job by Northwest. The arm tackles trip him up to save a touchdown. And we are going to have a timeout called by Harrison with 48 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Wildcats are moving again. They lead 35-0. Right now, if you're Northwest, this is bend and don't break territory. You already let them go right down the field, but you can't afford to give up 6 points here. You got to at least try to keep them to 3 or force a turnover if you can.
Yeah. They're at the 2-yard line. If second down, they have 2 more tries that they put in the end zone. If not, it's pretty sure it's going to be 4-down territory for Harrison. So it's pretty much likely going to be a touchdown here for Harrison.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if Harrison decides to go for a field goal if they don't get the touchdown. So here we go, 2nd and goal from the 2. Man in motion, flips it, and I believe he is going to be in. No, they're going to mark him short. So Sam McCarrion comes up just a eyelash short, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from basically the goal line. Wildcats are going to go quickly back to the line. This is where you get the old tush push or the brotherly shove if you're the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's most likely going to be a QB sneak or a pass, and is touchdown.
He's got him. So Sam McCarrion couldn't get the, or Mark Carrion, I'm sorry, couldn't get the ball in on the jet sweep, but the very next play they go to him on a quick little slant over the front of the end zone. And Harrison just going to keep adding on to this lead. Hendon Anderson on again for another extra point for the Wildcats. Kick is up on its way, and it is good. So just a tick over 13 seconds to go in half number 1. Wildcats extend that lead some more. It's 42-0. They will get the ball back to start the second half. So Northwest basically 13 seconds to try to do something here.
Northwest has yet to stop this powerful Harrison offense.
Yeah, Harrison definitely living up to the billing that we saw with the numbers they were putting up coming into this game. Engel has definitely fit the bill. I believe that was his at least 3rd passing touchdown of the first half. I think Cole Coops was only a couple yards shy of 1,000. He may have 1,000 after the first half. So the Harrison offense definitely has lived up to the billing that the stats have shown. Anderson tees the ball up again. LeCue and Kelly back deep once again for the Knights. 13 seconds to go before halftime. That ball's going to land at the 20 and roll. That's a live ball. Picks it up at about the 6. And Kelly going to be wrestled down at about the 8-yard line. So the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at their own, we'll say, 11-yard line. So Ben, do you run a play here, or would you just take a knee and go into the half?
Most likely to be taking a knee, but you're Northwest. You need to get points, but it's only 7 seconds, and it's pretty much unlikely you can get down the field in 7 seconds.
It looks like Northwest is going to bring everybody on the field, or line up for a normal play. I think they've only thrown 1 or 2 passes this whole game, so I'll be interested to see, do they try to go with a Hail Mary or they run it? They're going to go with an end around, and that is going to be gobbled up in the backfield, and that is going to take us to halftime. So after 2 quarters of play, it has been all Wildcats all the time so far. They take a 42-0 lead into the break. Folks, stick around. The Northwest Marching Knights will be your halftime entertainment, and Ben and I will be back after halftime, so stick around. We will return.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
sportsmanship, teamwork,
Teamwork.
how to work hard,
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
how to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning to put the team before myself.
To put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the job to get started with. It's not just a job. It's sort of probably the most, the title that we have going right now is Director of Operations. But it's really so much more than that. This job requires that you must be able to work standing up, constantly exerting yourself, a high level of stamina. The responsibilities and requirements are really quite extensive. It's not just a job, it's probably the most important job. The responsibilities and requirements are really quite extensive. The first category for the requirements would be mobility. This job requires that you must be able to work standing up most or really all the time. constantly bending over, constantly exerting yourself, a high level of stamina. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and holidays, the workload is going to go up. And we demand that with a happy disposition. The meaningful connections that you make and the feeling that you get from really helping your associate are immeasurable. What if I told you there's someone that currently holds this position right now? Billions of people, actually.
Who?
Moms. It's not just a job, it's probably the most important job.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
right, we are just about ready to go here for half number 2. Harrison Wildcats lead the Northwest Knights 42-0. Shane Coleman, Ben Quackenbush on the call for you. Ben, it was a little bit of a rough start for the Knights. What can they do here in half number 2 to try to get something out of this game with the lopsided deficit?
A comeback is more than unlikely, but if Northwest, any touchdown right now would be a consolation. So now, playoffs are out of the question. So hopefully if you're Northwest, you have fun, score some points, get some stops, and end the season on a high note.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, Ben, especially the guys that are the seniors. This is probably, for a lot of these guys, it'll be their last time ever suiting up playing football. So you got to leave it all out on the field, leave nothing behind, because there is no tomorrow. This is probably a lot of the, or for most of these seniors, probably the last time they're going to suit up and play competitive football again. I've been there myself. It's a little bit of a weird feeling when you do this for 4 years and then you get to that last game and it just kind of hits you at the end and you're just like, wow, I'm done now.
Yeah, I was a part my high school team at Winton Woods, and in my first year, freshman year, we just needed results to get into the playoffs, and it didn't happen. Same as my senior year, came down to one call in the Elder game, and we were hoping we'd beat LaSalle by senior year. Our last game, we were hoping 2 results would go our way, and this didn't happen. So I do get that feeling when you put all that hard work and you don't make it to the playoffs. It's a heartbreak.
Yeah, I hear that. My senior year, we went 4-6 and didn't make the playoffs, and we had to score with 1.5 minutes left in the game against our arch rival to even go 4-6. But yeah, it's one of those as a senior. It feels a little different when the clock hits 0 on your final game of the season. So Northwest will be kicking it away for the first time today. So E.J. Walker will be doing the kicking duties for Northwest, as he's been doing all the punting so far in this one. Trying to see what numbers we have back deep for Harrison. Looks like we have a 23, which is going to be Cooper Rutert. I apologize if I got that name wrong. And I believe the other is number, oh, we're switching sides, all right. I was wondering what we were doing. Huh, they lined up about to kick the ball off and went, psych, kidding, switch sides. It looks like number 2, Cohen Herring, is going to be the other return guy for Harrison. All right, so now Northwest will be heading away from the scoreboard, and Harrison will be heading to the end zone with the scoreboard. Walker has the ball teed up. So here we go, Knights to your left, Wildcats to your right, and half number 2 is underway, and we got a little bit of an onside kick is going to be gobbled up there by number 87 for Harrison. That is Brody Mumfree. So the Wildcats are going to start in good field position, something they really do not need the way this game has gone.
Just short of midfield at the 44-yard line. The running clock is now in effect.
Yeah, the Ohio high school rules, once the score gets to a 30-point deficit in the second half, that clock will keep running except for timeouts and
injuries.
Injuries, and I want to say change of possession, but probably not. Gives to Coops. Coops is going to be dropped at about the Northwest 48-49 yard line. That'll be second about 2 or 3.
It'll be second and 3 with the ball spotted at the 49 of Northwest.
So second and 3 coming up for the Wildcats. Angle of the tunnel screen, stiff arm. Going to be very close to the first down. It looks like he's going to be marked just a hair short, so that should bring up third and about 1.
Just short of the first down. For the third and 1 for Harrison.
And it is third and 1. Harrison at this point, you got the playoffs coming up next week. You just want to make sure nobody gets hurt in this game. Hand off to Coops. He's met at the line. The O-line's going to push him across. It looks like enough for the first down, and it is in fact a Harrison first down. Once again, as a former offensive lineman, you see your guy get stood up like that, you're close to the down to gain, or the yard to gain. You just throw your body in there and hope he falls forward. So first and 10 at the Northwest 45. Engel looking downfield. He's got a man. First down. Dragging defender is going to be wrestled down at about the 26-yard line, but not before a Harrison first down. Pass complete to number 6, Sam Markarian.
First and 10 for the Wildcats.
I think Engel could not have played that better, played that ball any better for a first down for Harrison.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw by Engel. And it's first and 10 from the 26 for the Wildcats. Hand off to Coops. Coops bounces it to the outside. He's got one man to beat. Stiff arm to Kelly. Stiff arm in again. He's going to be bumped out of bounds, and we have a flag after the play. Guess is going to be it's going to be a late hit on Northwest. So that should make it half the distance. We do have a personal foul for the late hit on Northwest. That's going to move the ball up to the 5-yard line. So first and goal coming up for the Wildcats. Oh yeah, that was a very late hit out of bounds.
Ball will be placed at the 5-yard line.
So first and goal for the Wildcats. They've had no trouble so far inside the 10. Engel hands off to Coops up the middle. Coops dragging defenders. And they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. That'll bring up second and goal.
Coops on the carry comes up short of the goal line. It'll be second and goal.
And it's not cool and it's not hot. I was like, whatever. You're welcome. And then there's Chloe, who wanted a large.
Cole Coops, not the biggest dude in the world as a running back, but he can bury his shoulder down there and get yards up the middle. That's what you like out of a running back. You got to have the tough runners. Second and goal from the 1. Wildcats in the pistol. Engel hands off up the middle to Coops, and Coops is in for another Harrison touchdown. And as you see on the bottom of the screen, the clock will continue to run. So far, the Wildcat offense has had no trouble getting in the end zone. Anderson on for the extra point again. And we've got a offsides call against Northwest. offsides against Northwest, and they're going to decline it and just re-kick. So Anderson will line up again for another attempt at this extra point. And Anderson going to split the uprights again. So with 5:27 to go in quarter number 3, Harrison extends the lead. It's now 49-0.
Oh, you guys made it. I was like, they were behind me, and I had Chloe in one line, and I was in the other. And I was like, oh shit, my kids keep like, I want to kick them off.
So then if you're Northwest right now, you just want something to feel good about. Try to get a drive together, go get some points on the board, erase that goose egg that's on your side of the scoreboard.
Yes, it's not a great thing to get shut out on your senior night.
No, it's never a good feeling to get shut out in general, but especially when for a few of these guys it's your last time ever playing football. You don't want to leave the game with a bad taste in your mouth.
Agreed.
Anderson has the ball teed up at the 40. Q and Kelly back deep again for the Knights. Fielded at about the 25, he muffs it. And he does the smart thing and just falls on it. That was number 3, BJ White, that fell on that one. So 5:10 to go in quarter number 3. Northwest with Mount Everest of a score in front of them to try to overcome. So here we go. Hill going to keep it himself. He's going to be wrestled down in the backfield. I think half of the Harrison defense is in on that stop, and that'll bring up second down. And the Harrison defense has been selling out for the run all day, but when your starting quarterback's hurt, it's kind of easy to sell out for the run because your running back's also playing quarterback now. I mean, you look at this formation right now, they got 8 guys in the box and only 1 safety who's only playing not even 10 yards off the line. So 2nd and 12 for the Knights. Hill going to keep it himself, tries to bounce it outside, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield again for another loss on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for Northwest. So 3rd and 14 upcoming for Northwest. Ends it off. LeCue trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be wrestled down at about the 21, 22-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down again for Northwest. And once again, on comes the Knight punt team. So E.J. Walker on to punt again. Walker gets away a good punt, bounces at about the 46, 47-yard line and takes a Northwest roll, and they are going to down it at about the 33-yard line, and And that's where the Wildcat offense will take over.
Personnel Northwest students. This game is now running under a running clock, which means it will end sooner than usual. At this time, if you need to arrange for pickup, this would be the time you should make a call or send a text. Again, if you need
So I'm trying to see with Harrison, do they leave their starting offense in with this game well in hand? I don't see Engel in there. It looks like Harrison is going to bring in their backup quarterback. That looks like number 17, Parker Conley, is now in the game at quarterback for the Wildcats. Smart idea by Harrison. You don't want to get your starters hurt going into the playoffs next week. Conley going to hand that off to Flick. And Flick able to gain about 2 or 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. I would imagine Harrison probably going to slow the pace of this game down a lot so they don't run up the score. As they're going to go huddle now and just take their time getting to the line. Under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Man in motion. Give to Flick again. Flick's got a little bit of a hole, but it closes quickly, and he's brought down at about the 35-yard line. That'll bring up third down. So third and I don't think 3rd and 3 is. I'm guessing 3rd and 7 is probably more accurate. Drops back, throws. He's got a man. He's got room down the sideline. First down. And Harrison on the move again. There's number 87, Brody Mumfree, on the catch and run. So Conley's first pass of the game is a completion, and it's a first down. He had all day to throw that one. Good blocking up front by the Wildcat O-line. Under 30 seconds to go in quarter number 3. First down for the Wildcats. He hands off to Flick. Flick's got a little bit of a hole, but he's met by about 4 or 5 blue jerseys. Gains 4 or 5 on that one. And that is likely going to take us to quarter number 4. And it will. So after 3 quarters of play, all Harrison all the time so far in this one, Wildcats are going to take a 49-0 lead into quarter number 4. So while we have a minute, some scores of interest from around Cincinnati. If I can find some. Waycross interest. Coleraine trails 28-7 to Fairfield in the 3rd quarter. Milford looking to seal up that number 1 seed in Division I. They're up 28-7 on Turpin in the 3rd quarter. Southwest Ohio Conference. Tawawanda's trailing Wooster 27-7. Good game going, Elder and LaSalle. LaSalle leads 20-14 in the 3rd. Winton Woods trailing 13-0. That probably hasn't been updated yet. That still says halftime. But Winton Woods trailing Lebanon at halftime. Mount Healthy was up big on Waverly. As we are back underway. He's got room. He's going to be dragged down at about the 20. That was number 21, Bryson Deller, on the carry. Went with the little bit of a reverse play there, and Harrison caught him off guard. So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, it looks like from here. Give to Flick, breaks out of a tackle, breaks another one. And Flick finally going to be brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. Going to be very close to a first down for the Wildcats. Looks like they're going to mark it just short, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 2 is the call. That looked a lot closer from this angle, but clearly it was 2 yards short instead of very close. Second and 2 for the Wildcats. Connolly gives to Flick again. Flick breaks a tackle. He's got room to the corner of the end zone. And the Wildcats are in again, and that's going to push the lead up to 50 plus. Preston Flick just broke through the arm tackle, and then it was just a jog to the corner of the end zone. So Anderson on for yet another extra point. He's kicked quite a few of these in this game. It's got to be one of the warmer. Actually, that is not Anderson. I apologize. That's a new kicker in the game for Harrison. And Northwest going to get called for offsides there, so it's going to probably be declined again, and it will be. This is number 89, David Baldock, is going to be kicking this extra point for the Wildcats. It's a line drive off the crossbar, and it's going to be no good. So with 9:01 to go in this one, Harrison leads this one 55-0. One of the few miscues that Harrison's had all night long. Looks like he got too much ground on that one and ended up getting a line drive kick instead of getting air under it. So Northwest looking for anything to feel good about in this game after what's been a rough game to say the least. They got a little over 9 minutes to try and get some points on the board. As Kelly and LeCue are back deep again, both standing around the 10-yard line. Anderson out to kick this one away for the Wildcats. Kicks that one away, going to be dropping at about the 24-yard line, picked up by Kelly. Kelly's going to be dropped at about the 31. And the Knight offense will take over right there, 1st and 10. So it looks like Northwest is not going to make any real major changes to their offense, as Hill and LeCue are going to be in the backfield still. So 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 31-yard line. Man in motion. Hill hands it off on the end around. He gives it to McDaniel. McDaniel gets drilled, maybe gains a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And one on the play, 2nd and 9, ball spotted at the Northwest 32-yard line.
So they will give Stephen McDaniel 1 yard on the carry. I'm sorry, Stephon McDaniel. Couldn't read my own handwriting. You know it's a bad day when you can't read your own handwriting, right, Ben?
Yes, sir.
So here we go, 2nd and 9, man in motion. Ball's on the ground, and I believe Harrison fell on it. And it is, in fact, Wildcat ball again. And Caleb Jones got swarmed and just got that ball popped out. Unfortunately, there was about 4 or 5 white jerseys right when that ball came out. So Harrison takes over in great field position again. 1st and 10 from about the 34-yard line of the Knights.
Score update in the Lebanon Winton Woods game. Winton Woods has gotten a 60-yard drive and scored the PAT. It's now 11-13, Winton Woods 7.
Battle of the Warriors going on up there. So Conley still in at quarterback for the Wildcats. Hands it off to Herring. He brings it down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down, Wildcats. So that appeared to be Cohen Herring on the carry for Harrison. Conley hands that one off. Another new running back in the game for Harrison. It's number 21, Bryson Deller on the carry. I feel like Deller's had a carry in this game, so maybe not a new running back. No gain on the play. That'll be 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Deller again. Deller finally going to be stood up and dropped at about the 19-yard line. Actually, scratch that. That's going to be the 17-yard line. It's hard to tell the angles from up here. So that'll be 3rd and 7 coming up for the Wildcats. Just about 5 minutes to go in this one. Conley and Deller in the backfield. Conley going to throw, pressure coming, he rolls to his left. He's just going to dump it off just out of reach of his receiver, and that's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
If you're Northwest defense, pat yourself on the back that you finally got a stop in this game.
Yeah, Ben, I think that is the first 4th down that Harrison's faced in this game.
But it doesn't look like they're going to bring out their field goal unit.
No, I don't know if you bring in the field goal unit here. With the running clock, I feel like you either try to get the 1st down and then just milk the clock, or do you even care about getting the 1st down at this point? Man in motion, jet sweep. He's going to be stood up, and Northwest is going to force a turnover on downs for the first time tonight. So Northwest is going to take over on their own side of the field, 1st and 10. So the first drive of the game, Harrison comes away with no points. So the Knights are going to start this drive 1st and 10. Looks like at about their own 16-yard line. Still Hill and LeCue in the backfield. Give to LeCue up the middle. He's going to be stood up and dropped. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, possibly a loss on the play. Looks like they're going to give him forward progress as to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10. Under 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Northwest taking their time here, 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Hill by himself in the backfield. Kelly in motion. Hill fakes the end around, breaks a tackle, breaks through another one, but he's going to be gang tackled inside the 20, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. He's able to dance away from a few Wildcats, but the numbers game got to him, and they brought him down for a gain of about 2. So 3rd and 8, 2:25 to go. Give to LeCue, and that's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down. So another 3 and out for Northwest.
If you hear for the start of the game, all of the first down for Northwest came from penalties in the first half. So Harrison has had some great defensive stops on the run.
Yeah, with Jordan Bailey getting hurt early on in this game, they kind of eliminated the passing game as an option for Northwest, and Harrison's been just able to tee off on the run game. But when you know the run is coming, it's kind of easy to load 7, 8, 9 guys in the box and just say, come get me. Walker able to punt that one away. An end-over-end kick takes a Northwest bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, and it's going to roll actually down, still going. Rolls to the 29-yard line of the Wildcats. So Harrison's going to take over 1st and 10 with 1:18 to go, and they really don't have to do a whole lot here to end this game. I'd be very surprised if Harrison does not just kneel on this ball. All they got to do is kneel twice, and this bad boy is over. I would imagine Northwest wouldn't call a timeout here with the score the way it is in the 4th quarter. And it looks like Harrison is, in fact, going to bring out the kneel down. Harrison comes out in the victory formation. They're going to just kneel on this ball. Clock is running. Conley's going to drop to a knee. And it looks like Harrison is going to run one more kneel down to end this game. Under a minute to go, one more play will do it. And now Harrison will line up, and this kneel down will do it. So Harrison going to walk out of here with a 55-0 win over Northwest on Northwest Senior Night. Folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. For Ben Quackenbush, I'm Shane Coleman. Good night from Northwest.